There are always signs of when the paranormal activity is reaching a level beyond acceptance, a level where the paranormal becomes so bad that you can't comprehend everything at once. So, we have Rudako, a man who is still new in the genre. He has been experiencing weird and unexplained paranormal activity in his house as of late. He wakes to the sounds of his bedroom door making noises. It began with some light knocks. Then these knocks escalated and got heavier, but the intensity got an upgrade when these ghosts decided to invade Rudako's personal privacy by trying to get inside the room, trying to open the door on him, as he caught the door handle shaking as if some intruder was trying to get in. As he opened the door, he found no one, and each night the activity began with the door but always ends up with no one behind to be found. So Rudako was assured that this was caused by some dark entity. He tries to investigate and finds himself always hearing sounds behind him he can't explain, like knocks on the walls or on other doors, or something moving on its own, making some noise. But in the end, it got really ridiculous once these ghosts began playing tricks on him by locking him in and closing the door while he was not paying attention. Being this calm in such a situation is really needed, and this man is nailing it. Great for you, man, and I hope to see more from you. I know this sounds horrible, as if I'm wishing for that paranormal activity to stay in his house, but I'm trying to be kind, that's all. I have said it so many times before that I almost lost count. How did you lose count? Because the truth is, Timmy, I can't count for more than 10. How pitifully stupid. Now why are we talking about mannequins today? As if you don't know already, let's pretend to be stupid for a second. Both you and me. Maybe I don't have to pretend because I'm natural, but bear with me here because the next video is worth the wait. She, and I'm not talking about my wife, is the lady in the next video. She is the mother of one little cute daughter. How wholesome. Yeah, what is so scary about this mother? It's not her specifically, but rather the daughter. Wait, didn't you say that her daughter was cute? How come she is the one who brings the horror into the house? Are you contradicting yourself again? Take a breath, buddy, and let me continue. Yes, I may have said that. I don't really remember. It's been a couple of long seconds since I was there, but she is not possessing any kind of paranormal activity. Then, what's the problem with her, for God's sake? And you just asked the perfect questions. Congratulations. As the mother was sewing on her disc, here comes little Ima, who will ruin the experience for life. She told the mother, "Mom, I feel like," or as she didn't say I feel like, she was sure that she had noticed or seen something paranormal taking place inside that closet. That mannequin, something is off about it, and we found that she was telling the truth. The mother opened that closet, and here comes the mannequin's face first to the ground. The mother took her daughter and left, and so did I. How creepy. In a different recording, we can see the closet door closing on its own.
Hey guys, just wanted to jump on really quick because I had to stop sewing. My daughter just said that something weird really happened, and we've been experiencing a lot of strange things lately, just different noises and stuff. Don't mind my mannequins, I sew for a living, so. Can you tell Mommy what you just said?
I think there's something under the door.
Under the closet door? Oh. Is that what scared you? It's okay. Everything's all right. What?
I'm scared.
Let's go. Come on. Come on.
You know what scared me the most? Nope, and honestly, I know that you don't care much. How rude. But I'll tell you anyway. When the mother asked her daughter what she had seen, the daughter responded, but her lips didn't move. Maybe in the last 4.5 years of me doing this content, I have never come across a video where the ghost is described as the one in the next video. Let me tell you something, my child, my little angel, and before this gets any more awkward, what I want to tell you is that I have seen videos of the ghost or jinns being aggressive towards the investigators, especially on those Arabic investigating videos. But the next one is on a completely different level. The ghost is either the soul of a previous wrestler or a heavyweight lifter. Let's start from the beginning. As the man wanted to get inside the building, he looked up only to see what was awaiting for him. A shadowy-like figure, if you can even call it shadowy, was peeking at him from the window, as if it were saying, "I'm ready, you shrimp." The investigator was fearless and decided to proceed and get in there. He conducted the investigation normally, with some sounds and noises interrupting him, which was creepy in its sense, but he had to find the source. Before he could even catch his breath, he freaked out and walked backwards and closed the door on himself, locking himself in. Unfortunately for him, that ghost was determined, as I mentioned earlier, to catch him, so he tried to break the door so much that the investigator had to stand behind it so it wouldn't break, but it did break at the end. Don't worry though, he called the police.
어디야? 뭐야? 어디야? 또 뭐야? 잠깐만. 뭐야 이거? 보세요. 보세요. 여보세요?
네, 경찰입니다.
좀 신고 좀 하려고요.
네, 말씀하세요.
잠시만요.
Yeah, I know this is weird. I mean, how can you even call the police on a ghost? Well, it's either the police arrived and found no trace of someone, or the ghost was actually an undercover lunatic. How many times have I said that you should never acquire someone's property before you make sure it's safe and paranormal free? Calm down, buddy. You don't reach that large of an audience, so don't get heated if barely anyone takes notice of what you brag about. Plus, who didn't take the advice of old Papa Spicy and buy a barn that seems to be haunted? And how did you know it was particularly a barn? Regardless, I don't know how long it has been since Whitney acquired this barn, but what I know for sure is that she should consider getting someone with experience with ghosts, someone who can rescue her from this situation, someone with a dad bod who can pull her out of this catastrophe like they pull a hair string off of dough, like a priest maybe. I was referring more to myself, but that could work too. So, wee. And here, I'm referring to Whitney. She has been documenting her experience in this barn for quite some time, and from the look of it, she seems like a tough girl. Or a tough lady, in fact. Let's face it, I'm not that old yet to call her a girl. As stated in the videos, her horses have been acting awkwardly, staring at thin air, as if someone were standing not so far away from them, and even running away randomly. Okay, maybe the second one can be described as normal behavior for horses, but what about the first one? Which was, you already forgot. They are staring at nothing. Based on the history of this place, the barn is situated on grounds where 2 Native American tribes supposedly fought in the past. And obviously, the result of such fights is clear, so the bodies could have been buried somewhere under the barn. That is a possibility. During the videos, you can see objects thrown absolutely out of nowhere, not to mention the clear, deep, and terrifying faint voices. And I never expected a ghost to have such tones. Or how about the radio playing random music, and distorted too? But the white figure is the scary kicker. Ow, cringe.
Come up! No! What the f? You better get him going then. Let's go! Casey! What the f are you guys staring at? I'm gonna be stuck here by myself. Well, okay then. What's that noise? What the f was that? Taxi. Hey. Benny. Lenny. Hey. You really... What the... That was up here. Nope. Dude, what the?
Eyes.
It just fucking ran away and came back.
If she already knew the history of this place, wouldn't she have had the option to decline buying it? But what if it was inherited? Or what if she only uncovered the history after experiencing the paranormal? A man who goes by the name Novice Wild Camper has decided to visit a forest in the UK. Did I say visit? It sounds as if I'm talking about some friends meeting or a museum. The man, and let's call him Callan, went to camp in a forest in the UK, a regular camping trip. He arrived at the location, decided where to set up the tent, and stayed the night comfortably. The end. So, that's the end you were wishing for, Callan. But it's not how indeed things actually happened. The man sleeps in his hammock as the night falls, and he can't see what's behind him. He began hearing sounds around him, and it sounded as if something or someone were approaching him. Since he is in the wild, he suspects it could be some deer, but what if it wasn't? Tree branches were falling near his tent, and on it, it was so random and unexplained that he felt like someone was indeed taking this action. He had to return to his car and complete his night there. Before he left the area that day, he encountered a man, someone mysterious, which brought up the stories of people who disappeared in that forest. I would have told you that you're good to go if he didn't make part 2, where he returned to the forest with full equipment, like an infrared camera, and only here where it got interesting, as the cameras capture lights that may not belong to animals. The weirdest part was the handprints on the trees, something out of a horror movie.
It's not exactly late, but I am very tired, and laying in a hammock does not help it. It's just too comfortable. There's a huge amount of noises around here. I've picked a chestnut tree wood, so there are chestnuts crashing around constantly. Sounds like Bigfoot's throwing rocks at the hammock. I've had a couple of near misses and a couple of hits, but yeah, going for a fun night. Well, I'll be honest, this is the first time I've ever done this. I'm actually sitting back in my car now. It's 4 o'clock in the morning. It was forecast to be dry all night long, and 3 o'clock it just started hammering it down with rain. That's not the issue. I sort of fell asleep to the sound of chestnuts crashing through the trees and hitting the deck, and it's the same sound every time, sort of crunch, 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 thump. After the rain started, I could just hear, and I know these are deer, muntjac, badgers, squirrels, whatever, but some crashing around that got nearer and nearer and nearer to my hammock, and every time I moved or got out to check, it stopped but didn't run away. So I'd expect if there was a deer or something, I'd hear it run off. But the weirdest thing was the rain started to die down, so it was just a tiny pitter-patter, and suddenly by my hammock, a massive, massive thud hits the ground and bounces, and I jumped up, unzipped it, put my torch on, and there's a rock on the floor that wasn't there when I went to bed. And I lay back down, and I'm just laying there listening. Then another one. And then another one. This went on 3 or 4 times at least. And then a large branch. There was no crack. There wasn't like a crack and then a crash. Just a large branch hit my tarp. It bounced the tarp down onto the hammock and then bounced off the tent. There was no movement, there was no nothing. Now, I don't know what it was. Leave the camera on for a bit, see if it picks anything up. hell was that? I'm getting packed up. Stuff the bacon walls. And there's this crash behind me, and literally this doesn't land coming down. It bounces towards me. It hit the floor and was still rolling towards me. This place is freaked out. Right, goodbye freaky woods. I'm never coming back here again. In there seemed to be where most of the noise was coming from. Okay, it froze there for some reason. Obviously it picked something up. When I zoomed in, it just shut down. There's a little creature. Oh, no, there he is. What is that? Oh. There was another mouse eating something. Nothing around there. What is that? There's two handprints. Just put my torch on. That wasn't there 2 seconds ago. I swear that wasn't there. There's two. What the hell's that? That's showing up hot behind a bush. There's a hand mark on there. So it was in the early hours of the morning. There was some sunlight, or there was some daylight, but you can see something sort of down the bottom of the picture here move, and then the camera clicks a couple of times. So it's almost like something was trying to grab the camera, which is a bit odd, but then it just shut off. So
these traces could suggest a man attempting to scare campers, but that seems too tricky to pull off without being spotted by visitors. So, could it be evidence of ghostly figures? Or maybe just two teenagers doing what shouldn't be done on a tree? You may not be so prepared for what comes next, a video that will take you off your seat. It's scary, but a bit funky. We have a young man and an old man, but don't rush to conclusions. This is not the reason for why it's funky. Being a partner to an old man is normal, especially if that partner is your grandpa, a partner in missions. That's what I'm dialing in. So, he wakes to some noise and never understands where it's coming from. It sounds like someone whistling, but who? He and his grandpa were alone in the house. The man had to wake his grandpa up to see what was happening. I mean, these old people are the ones most familiar with weird and creepy stuff. The sounds were coming from the basement, so the grandchild decided to send the old man. Grandchild is him in the front of the line. As they were going downstairs, and before they could reach the bottom, something like a figure peeked at them. They ran back up and shut the door, but some knocks followed up. They gathered their courage again to go down there, but it was the same outcome, only with the grandchild screaming louder like a cartoon character.
Estás en el cielo, santificado sea tu nombre, venga a nosotros tu reino, hágase su voluntad. ¡Ay! ¡Abuelo! ¡Abuelo! ¡Ay! ¡Ay! ¡Ábrele, ábrele, a ver quién es! ¡Ábrele, ábrele! ábrele.
No pasa nada. No pasa nada.
Ay, abuelo.
No hay nada, no hay nada.
A ver, ve, fíjate. Ve, fíjate. ¡Ay! ¡Otra vez, abuelo! ¡Es un pinche mono! ¡Abuelo! ¡Ciérrale, ciérrale, ciérrale, ciérrale! ¡Llámale a la policía! ¡Saca tu teléfono!
Calmado, calmado. Calmado.
If I were his grandpa, I would have lost it completely. Before calling the police to investigate if an intruder could be hiding there, I would first slap my grandson for screaming like that. Some time ago, I featured a French dude with his wife who were experiencing paranormal activities in their house. His wife was in one of the videos I have featured, where she was laying flat with her butt cheeks wide, like a blooming flower. So what's new? What has happened ever since? Did her butt cheeks get bigger by any chance? Did she go under some surgery? Regarding her body, I have no idea. But regarding the paranormal activity, there is definitely a shift there. Let me explain. Please let me, I'm begging you. Anyways, as you know, doors closing on their own, and chairs moving isn't that big of a deal. But shadow figures are on a level of its own. It's on a level that is so high I don't know what to say anymore. So, let's give this little Frenchman a name to make things easier. I will call him Roberto. Roru doesn't know yet, but he might be cheated on. And I know your jaw just dropped after hearing that, but that has nothing to do with what I said. Go check a doctor or something. Yes, fellas, Roberto might be in a risky spot and he doesn't know it yet. As I just said a couple of seconds ago, I said something. Let me read what I have said real quick. Oh yes, I said something about shadow figures. And there is a reason behind that, but I don't know it yet, so I will call you when I find out what it is. Look, when you encounter a shadow figure, or in Roberto's case, a mist-like figure, then, and according to my novel that I wrote about cheating in relationships, it says, if you have a girlfriend or a wife, and you live in the same house, but at some point you encounter some weird mist floating around your house, then that could mean one of two. Your girl is either a heavy fart machine, or that's a message to you that someone is visiting your house when you're not around.
Regardez ce que je viens de filmer, la caméra de surveillance était posée là, en regardant les enregistrements j'ai réussi à capturer une dinguerie. Donc faut regarder au niveau de la fenêtre qui est ici, donc de toute façon je vais vous mettre le zoom en 2 étapes et au ralenti au moins. Putain, il se passe des trucs là. Baisse le son, baisse le son. Baisse le son. Baisse le son, baisse le son. C'est quoi, c'est quoi, c'est quoi? C'est quoi? C'est quoi? C'est quoi? C'est quoi?
Putain, je sais pas.
C'est quoi, c'est la chaise? C'est quoi, c'est... Oui, 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 je filme, c'est quoi, c'est la chaise?
If you're interested in buying my novel about cheating in relationships, I would have shared the Amazon link, but sadly, it sold out. In fact, it crashed Amazon's system so badly that they had to take the product off the site entirely. A while ago, I featured a guy who had once done a paranormal investigation on a haunted abandoned building, and he brought an expert with him, who was more useless than me during hard times. And during that video, the guy got possessed. He attacked the cameraman, whom we all think is untouchable. But today he is not here. Then why did I talk about him? Because the man in the next video is also possessed and is tied to a bed in an abandoned building, very similar to that one I just mentioned. In case you forgot already, just scroll back 10 seconds, you fishhead. So I thought it was the same guy from that video. The outfit looked pretty much the same. But then, after I double-checked, I realized I was wrong. That video was published a long time ago, and the guy here is slimmer, which brought me to a conclusion. It's either a parallel universe, or it's the same guy after days of the incident. Or I just have to admit that it's a completely different group of people, and I'm just a jerk. Now let's talk about Slender Man in our next upcoming, very not exciting piece of footage. The video starts with these folks, who look like a news channel team. They were informed about Slendy's case, so they went there to investigate further and brought an expert with them, who was surprisingly effective this time. He was so effective, in fact, he spat on the guy at one point. Slendy was very aggressive and on attack mode, while the team of investigators were on stupid mode. Who interviews a guy whose face is literally telling you, I will do something you won't forget when I get my hands on you. And what kind of ties are they using? He didn't need too many attempts before breaking out of it.
ये देखिए ये बांधा हुआ है भाई को।
ओ मेरे अल्लाह।
तो बड़ी मुश्किल से काबू किया इनको। दो बंदों ने पकड़ के इसको बांधा है।
ओ मेरे अल्लाह।
तो ये देखने भी
नहीं ये
देख ले।
आपने प्रॉपर बांधा। ओ मेरे अल्लाह। ओ माय गॉड। अल्लाह अकबर, अल्लाह अकबर। अली भाई कैसे हैं? वो अस्सलाम वालेकुम, क्या हाल है अली, ठीक हो? अली हम दोस्त हैं आपके, मिलने आए हैं आपसे। ठीक हो आप? ये बात नहीं करता?
नहीं ये बात नहीं करता, ये ऐसे ही देखता है, ऐसे ही एक्ट करता है ये।
अच्छा।
और ये इसकी तबीयत आप देख लें, बहुत ज़्यादा ख़राब है। आज ज़्यादा ख़राब है, इससे पहले कभी ऐसी तबीयत ख़राब नहीं हुई इसकी।
मदद के लिए आए हैं, बात करो मेरे से। कुछ नहीं कहेंगे हम, शाबाश करो। ओ मेरे अल्लाह, कुछ भी नहीं कहेंगे बच्चे, कुछ नहीं कहेंगे बेटा। ये दिखाएं अकबर, अकबर दिखाएं जल्दी। पाँव पे फोकस फॉर ओ अल्लाह अकबर। वो चीज हाजिर हो रही है आमिर भाई। अभी हम चाह रहे हैं कि जरा वो आ जाए तो फिर हम आपको बुलाते हैं। अभी जरा होल्ड करते हैं। जी 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 जी। अल्लाह अकबर, अपनी हालत में नहीं है नाज़रीन, ये आप पूरे आप देख सकते हैं। ये इनका हाथ भी बांधा हुआ आपने? ओ मेरे अल्लाह। वो अच्छा नहीं, हम जा रहे हैं यहाँ से चले जाएंगे। बात कर सकते हो, कौन हो? बात करो मेरे से। माय गॉड, ये तो अटैक कर रहा है। अली हम आपकी मदद के लिए आए हैं बच्चे। हम ना आपको माय गॉड आमिर भाई। ओफ ओ माय, बस आमिर भाई ये बहुत ज्यादा है यार, ये तो बहुत एक्टिव हो गई है।
पूरा एक बार आ जाए ना।
तो आमिर भाई यहाँ पे अल्लाह, उसके पाँव
यार मौसम दस जी
सवाल का जवाब किसी भी सवाल का जवाब नहीं देगा आपके इसको कुछ देखें यार कोई करें इसका
यार आमिर भाई किधर गए मैं बच्चे हम यहाँ से चले जाएंगे अकबर 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 आमिर भाई ओह माय आमिर भाई ओह माय गॉड अली अली नाम है अली नाम गॉड ओह माय गॉड अल्लाहु अकबर बात करें सर
कौन है कौन
चला जा यहाँ से चला जा यहाँ से
चला जाऊंगा बच्चे चला जाऊंगा
चला जा तू मुझे निकाले चला जा यहाँ से अगर अपनी जिंदगी चाहता है तो चला जा यहाँ से
जाने के लिए गए रहने के लिए नहीं है जाएंगे तुझे साथ लेके जाएंगे आराम से बात आराम से आराम से आराम से आराम से आराम से बात करेगा तो आराम से चलेंगे तुम्हारे साथ हर चीज करेंगे बात
I have no idea how long this guy has been here, but the real question is, why is he here at all? Was he part of an investigation that went south? Or does he actually live nearby? So many questions, yet none will be answered because I couldn't find a translation for this language. I have something to talk to you about. Do you know how women used to give birth back in the day? I see that look of concern on your face, and I know it's due to the misunderstanding. You're about to watch a creepy video next, but I'm asking this question to see how stupid you might be. Giving birth has always been what it is, so since we are still riding that boat, let me link the dots before it sinks. In other words, why would a woman give birth to a child in a hotel? You might have to go back in history and ask this question to her before she passed away, as in the next video, we are talking about an investigation taking place in a haunted hotel. The story goes like this. Alice, a ghostly woman who allegedly passed away during childbirth in the basement of the hotel, is said to wander the hotel searching for her baby. Skeletal remains of an infant were reportedly found during renovations. But that is not all to it, as the hotel itself has some dark history. The Argo Hotel in Nebraska, built in 1911, has a long history of paranormal claims tied to its time as a railroad hotel and later as the New Meridian Sanatorium, beside other claims of paranormal occurrences such as a man in a hat, phantom music, disembodied whispers, moving furniture, and a ghostly child in the basement. After all this information, how accurate could it be? A question that was certainly answered by none other than the man himself, Ian. He dived into this pile of darkness all by himself, and right from the beginning, he started taking photos of the place, finding some orbs here and there. But what caught the attention of me and the rest of the audience was the clear appearance of a ghostly figure. It's most likely the silhouette of the woman who passed away. The man in the hat wasn't part of the investigation, but a faint voice of a lady was caught at some moment, saying, "I want my baby," or something along these lines, like, "Can you just rest in peace?" Room 6 had some intense moments as the doorknob was jiggling on its own and the door was being knocked on. The night only gets creepier as the curtains begin moving, and so does the fan on the ceiling. But what sealed the deal for Ian was the bedroom, where the pillow was dragged across the bed somehow.
I mean, if I was a spirit, this would be the perfect place to haunt. It's cozy, warm. It's better than some of the other places I've been to. There's definitely an eerie vibe to it as well. You can tell like there's something off about this place when you walk in. Hello? What the heck was that? I swear to God, it out of the corner of my eye. I saw something. It looked like it was glowing. Hello? There it is again. I see it. It's like right over there. Down that hallway. Not catching anything in those ones. That sounded like a lady's voice right there. I swear to God, I just heard that right behind me. Whoa, whoa. There's something standing right over there. It was right behind that couch. Alice, are you standing over here? Okay, never mind. It's over here. I'm almost certain it's coming from this door, room 6. This is said to be one of the most haunted rooms. If you're in there, could you make a sound through that door? See what happens if I knock on it. Whoa. No freaking way. Dude, that doorknob, it just freaking jiggled. Oh my God. This freaking thing, it just freaking jiggled all by itself. Whoa, whoa. Those are moving. Those are moving. Oh my God. How are those moving right now? Is there some kind of like air current over here? I don't feel anything. There's no drafts. Nothing. If that was you, could you say that again? Oh my God. Oh, that startled me. Holy crap. That echoed from in here now. If you just moved one of these bar stools, could you move it again? Whoa. Okay, what the hell is that now? That sounded like one of these glasses moving around. Whoa. Okay, this is getting crazy. I'm hearing noises all around me. Hello? Who's making noises in here? No way, that just moved. Did I really just see that? No way. No way. Dude, this glass just slid across the freaking table. Literally before my eyes. If you're in here and you can hear my voice, could you? Whoa. No way. Oh God, oh God. That thing is freaking moving. I mean, it is windy outside, but still, that's like really moving. Whoever moved that necklace, could you tell me your name? I'm getting a little freaked out now. Something else just moved. And it's always got to be behind me. Why does it always have to be freaking behind me? It sounded like the bed. The bed moving. Holy. Nope. I'm done. I'm done. No way am I going back in there. No. Was that you who just undid this bedding? If so, I'm gonna dare you to pull the blankets off the rest of the way. Could you do that for me? Oh no. Oh no. What is that now? There's freaking water. Water running in there. What the hell is that? Is that the freaking bathtub? What the... Oh my God. Alright, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done with this room. I'm ready to be out of here. Why is that spinning? Wait a minute, that thing wasn't even on. Why is it spinning? What the heck? Dude, this thing is freaking spinning on its own. And you can tell it's not even on because look at it, it's slowing down. Oh, what the heck? That is so freaking bizarre. And now look. Completely stopped. Okay. Alright, I thought I just heard something in here now. Is there someone in here? What the was that? Whatever it was, it sounded loud. And metal. Did you just move something in here? Oh God! Oh God! Did you just make that noise? It definitely came from over here. Little girl, if that was you, would you be able to... Oh God! Alright, that's it. That's it. That doll just turned and looked at me, and I am done.
It's like he said I'm done 10 times before he was actually done. What was he even thinking? To take a nap on that bed before evading? From the moment he caught that ghost in picture, he should have left. From one beautiful house to an even more impressive looking one. It's more like, after embarrassing myself in the last one, to literally making a joke out of my entire existence in this one. The next house. I'm sorry, I'm still a little dizzy after seeing these guys' property. Regardless, in the next clip, Brad, his brother, and their mom. Did I mention that they also have a dog named Max? So far, it's like we are talking about some typical cheesy rich American family. Two brothers, one of whom is super blonde with an oversized body, making him look 26 when he is only 17. There is a dog, and his name is Max. And these three live with their mom, who has a job, and the father is nowhere to be found. But believe me, there is nothing American about these fellas. The accent is like Australian, with a mix of heavy street British and some broken grammar here and there, and you've got yourself a mess. Even some of the captions are broken. Have you ever heard footsteps laughing? Where is the comma? So, it all started when this dude, let's call him Hunter, just wanted to complete the American circus. Hunter was chilling at night when the light bulbs were flickering, but all was well. It could just be that they needed to be changed. Later on, the activity escalates a bit and stuff is being unplugged. Nothing too extreme, but it gets fun when he enters the only room that Hunter said they never use. I can fit my entire house in it. When Hunter went there, they slammed the door on his ass. It hit him so hard he was moaning. Then they go upstairs to find the sink open, and Max can smell someone hiding, only for the door to open by itself, and more.
Just before recording, Max jumped up and started running up and down the kitchen crying. Then the lights started flashing. Could just be a coincidence, and the bulbs need changing, but with everything that's been going on. A lot of comments suggesting we get CCTV around the house. We're definitely going to install some. Hesitant to spend a lot of money as this all started with our 65-inch TV being pulled from the wall in the middle of the night.
So I'm just doing the carpets with the backs. I just heard it sounds like the windows are smashed. But it's only me in, again, as usual. Oh yeah. Oh, what the fuck? I'm not even use this room. Oh, shaking. Never even come in here. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Oh, what was that? Oh, what was that? So I'm just watching TV and the sink's just come on and it's on. I've been hearing weird noises all day, but dog's not reacting. Can you hear that? Max, come on. Oh, what the f***? Taps on. Oh, I'm the only one in the house. Oh, what the f*** is that? Come here. Max, come here. Oh! Max, come on, Max! Max! Out! Max, come on!
Did you not hear it?
Not sure.
Oh, what the f*** was that? What the fuck?
What was it?
Pepsi can. It was inside.
Maybe Brad was always lurking in the house, pulling off all this activity as a prank. I'm just saying maybe. Think about it. Why was Brad always off camera? Why isn't he really reacting on camera? And where's the mother? We should probably just ask the dog. We should also ask him if he subscribed and watched the next video on screen.